Morning everybody, Jason, Hollis Farms. It has cooled back off a little bit. I did a video last year with the guys from New York up there from the Just Hunt Club, and had a great time, hit it off. Well, a couple of them's down again, or actually 3 or 4 of them I think, but 2 of them's going with me this morning, and I'm fitting to meet them at the bakery. We're gonna go in and see if we can't hear something. Y'all tired yet?
What's that?
Y'all tired yet?
No way. Ready to roll.
I'm beat down. It's just getting going. Y'all ready?
Yeah.
Let's go.
We'll follow you.
All right. Alright y'all, so not a lot of action this morning with the Just Hunt Club guys. Thank goodness that I think a couple of them's already got birds since they've been down here, but it's just one of them mornings where I think we heard them jakes gobble that I got on video so good, and then we was close to hopefully what I think was a longbeard. The gobble sounded good, but anyway, well, they gobbled a time or two in the tree, and every once in a while you'd hear something on the ground, but it one of them days I wasn't really in the mood. So golly, it's tough when you know they're there and they ain't gobbling. But anyway, I think they're gonna have to leave tomorrow. So anyway, at least we got to spend some time with them, and I'm hoping at some point, this is the second time they've hunted with me, at some point I'm hoping this year I get to go up north with them. They from up at the northeast, and it'd be a lot of fun, but I'm gonna try to pull that off, hopefully. But anyway, the struggle continues, but way too hard-headed to quit. exactly where I thought he was, so I moved down here. I saw him fly down. It got to kind of raining, drizzling a little bit, and I ain't heard nothing else. These sun guns are psycho. Alright, y'all, so here's what happening this morning. I got my teeth kicked in. So I get in here early and I want to fool this turkey that I hunted yesterday. I guess it was yesterday. And I decided to come in from a little different direction. Got down here real early. Went down this lane pretty long way. Picked me a tree out. Trimmed me some bushes just in case he gobbled right there. Sat down. Breaking day, he gobbled. He was in there a few hundred yards. I said, well, I'm going to go on down and turn in on him and get in there and sit down. Well, I get in there and he just quits. And I ended up calling up a hen. Saw a coon, couldn't get the camera on the hen. I said, well, I'm fixing to ease out and go try something else, and it's raining right now. Wind's getting up. But anyway, slip out in this lane and it's four hens. And I watch them, get tired of watching them. I said, boy, they ought to have a long beard with them. This field makes just a little turn around a couple of trees there that I couldn't see, and I eased out and I was just about through, and I looked and there was a turkey there strutting, longbeard. The hens finally saw me and they took off, and he didn't know what was going on. He just stood there and then he finally eased off. But that turkey right there was standing about 10 feet from the tree I sat down way early this morning. But that turkey ain't said a word. This wasn't the same turkey. I don't know. I feel like the one I was sitting on, he sounded kind of jakey, which is real possible. And golly, they got these suckers shut down. But I'm going to try to get me some service and figure out when this rain, I don't think it's supposed to last long. I'm not for sure. And I'm going to loop way back around. It could work out. I kind of know a spot I see some turkeys sometime not far from there, way around. Maybe since his hens is gone from him now, we can get on the other side here in a little bit when this rain's gone and call him up. Who knows? He ain't gonna gobble, I don't think. Man, I could come down here in the afternoon or on up in the day and get some turkeys, but I just like for this videoing and stuff for sure. And the older I get, I want me a hunt. And I mean, I ain't gotta kill him. I'd love to see him, want them gobbling, call to him. But I mean, we've had some decent hunts. Our best hunts has been with Jake's. Had some couple of good hunts with Cody. Boy, I just like to have a hunt. I just want to chase one. It's hard to chase them when they ain't gobbling. Whew, tough. So I decided to come in here and do something a little different. I brought my little stake blind that I made years ago. I got it stuck out in front of me. Since they ain't gobbling, we just gonna kind of sit here and blind call for 2 or 3 hours. And I ain't gonna hold my gun up the whole time, so I just want to be able to be where I can move my hands just a little bit, get the camera and all on. Storm, but it quit before daylight. I thought they would gobble good. I had heard one turkey, and I ain't sure where he was. He was so far. So I decided to come up here and just kind of sit down and hang out for a little while. Maybe the sun will come up, pop out, and want to start gobbling. I don't know. I just don't want to start walking around quite yet and start spooking everything. Alright, y'all. Beautiful morning this morning. Talk about like 45, 48 degrees. Crows hollering, owls hooting, sun shining. I ain't heard a turkey yet. Had a flat on my buggy. I rode the Ranger up where I wanted to listen this morning. Ain't heard nothing, so came back here, made me a little breakfast. I'm just gonna poke around and see if I can hear something. It's just this craziest thing I ever seen. It is something. Getting pictures of long beards and they ain't gobbling. Alright, y'all, so I set up an on spot down from here for a couple of hours. I've seen a couple of hens. I still ain't heard a gobble. I've got pictures of long beards that I should have heard this morning. I ain't heard them. So I come up here to this blind and I'm gonna sit here for a couple more hours. I don't know. I hate hunting these silent turkeys. Sometimes you just gotta call a little bit and wait them out. Alright, y'all, I see one. I'm scared to move the camera. I'm going to be still. That's all I could take, y'all. Whew, yeah. That's about all the show I could watch. Oh, man. Whew, that took a while. I know I didn't get much footage, but it took a while. Alright, y'all, let's take a look at this thing. Now, I'll tell y'all kind of the story since I didn't get to do much filming. Not a whole lot for spurs. He got a good beard on him, though. Let's take a look at him. Right here with the old Jake. I was worried about the Jake. Pretty turkey, though. He put on a show, I just couldn't get the camera to him. Good bird, good beard. Where's his beard at? There's his old beard. Good old turkey. Alright, so here's what happened. I went and sat for a couple of hours at another spot, and I'd heard a turkey a day or two ago, a time or two, back up this way. So I said, well, I'm gonna go just sit up there. I mean, when these turkeys go silent on you, it makes it tough when they go silent. And I don't mind a decoy, but turkey's acting right. I don't hardly ever use one. I've just been toting this Jake with me because it's light and he's small. But anyway, I slipped up here this little blind. Now, I've seen me and Cody in this thing before. Pretty comfortable, and damn, when you're hunting these silent turkeys, it's just hard to sit in the woods. I just like a gobbling turkey, but anyway, they ain't gobbling. So I come up here and I snuck up here and didn't see nothing, so I come over here and stuck old Jake up. and Ron got back in there. It is a little 412. I shot this turkey by 11:30. Been going at it since daylight. Not just but a minute after I got in there, I looked up there about 400 or 500 yards and I saw him come over a hill. I said, there he is. And he was just walking and pecking, walking and pecking at that sage grass. I wish I could have moved the camera. I just didn't want to. I probably could have got away with it, but I just didn't want to mess up. He put on a show down here. When he got about 100 yards down there and he could really see old Jake, he stopped and just stood there and stood there. I bet it was 10, 15 minutes. Maybe not that long, at least 10 though. And I said, golly, and I saw him turn like he was gonna leave, and I just real softly yelped to him, and he broke down in a strut. I said, all right, we might have something here. The wind was blowing pretty good. Old Jake was moving every once in a while, but they've been getting whooped by these Jakes. I swore I wasn't gonna bring a Jake, but I didn't want to tote that strutter all around. But anyway, that's just what I brought. And he strutted and drummed around forever, and he creeped this way a few inches. It wasn't a foot or two, it was a few inches. So every time he'd go into strut, because when they go into strut, it's like they can't see as good, I'd soft yelp him. He got out in the field, and with that big blind there, I'm wondering if he thought the hen was on the other side of the blind or the other side of this tall sage grass, because I was calling soft. And finally he come on out and drifted out in the field about 15 yards, really looking. He kind of rubbernecking over there towards me, and he could still see the Jake. Finally he just broke down, and he strutted and drummed all the way in here. I watched the show about as long as I could. I was shooting free-handed, and I got a little low. I like to blow his beard off, but I got right below it. I got to make sure that sight's on. But anyway, strutted and drummed all the way in. Crows was right on top of him a while ago, and he ain't gobbled. Where he came from this morning is where I was standing and listened. He ain't said a word. I ain't heard a turkey gobble all day. It's hard turkey hunting when they ain't gobbling, but you just kind of have to stay with them and just keep chugging along. It worked out for the best. When he saw that Jake, I thought, he done got his butt whooped by Jake probably. I was regretting having it there. It wouldn't have been near as good a show if I wouldn't have had the decoy. I'm glad I had it there now, because, I mean, he was just walking. He'd have walked right in front of us and we'd shot him, but I like the way it turned out better, because I was on pins and needles there for a while. It seemed like it took forever, and it did. But when he finally broke and committed, he never broke strut. He got in a corner there and I couldn't see him, but I could hear him drumming, and he just drummed and strutted all the way in. I should have let him jump on old Jake, but way we've been struggling. I was just ready to get it done. Worked out pretty good, didn't it? That's pretty good stuff there. That's fun. That's tough. All right, y'all. I knew I'd got a picture or seen a double-bearded turkey not too long ago, and it's a true double-beard. This sure is. That's nice there. All right, y'all. So a pretty rough few days. I say rough. I'm just happy we get to go hunting. You usually hear some gobbling, but boy, since that youth season and about the first 2 or 3 days, it's been tough, but you just got to hang in there with them. When they quit gobbling and get silent, they're still doing their thing, but these turkeys, like that turkey stood there forever just strutting and drumming. That's what they're doing. They're walking and looking and strutting and drumming, trying to drum them hens up, because these Jakes got them shut down. But it makes it aggravating, but if you want to hunt turkeys, you just got to hunt turkeys. Just got to come up with different ways. Call a little bit, sit around, and they come in silent. It's tough, but I like to turkey hunt, so it ain't the first time it's ever happened, so you just kind of got to hang in there and do what you got to do. Next year should be hammered down, but be a little tough this year, but that's all right. I still like it. We've had a good year so far anyway. All right, y'all, let's get to today's Bible verse on the word abundance now. We got abundance of Jakes. All right, Genesis chapter 41, verse 34. Let Pharaoh take action to appoint overseers in charge of the land, and let him exact a fifth of the produce of the land of Egypt in the 7 years of abundance. All right, y'all, so I know I hadn't been putting out a video every day like normal, but it just hadn't been a lot of video. The turkeys have been, it's been so slow. But anyway, I think we put a pretty good one together this time, which I think it would have been better if I thought I could have moved the camera, because he strutted and drummed all the way in, no gobbling, and when they're like that on the lookout, I just didn't want to move anything. But I let him fool around and strut around that decoy about as long as I can. I usually won't let them do that, but I was trying to get a little footage for y'all. But anyway, appreciate y'all watching. Out of here.